With all that is going on right now in the world and in our personal life, I just felt the necessity of making this video to share and acknowledge how we feel and then see how we can still be or maintain our high vibration despite what is going on. According to some great spiritual gurus, a lot of people are wrapping up a lot of things in this lifetime, and the earth is moving up in frequency or vibration from third dimension to fourth and eventually to fifth. And fifth dimension is the dimension or the frequency of oneness and unconditional love. But how we can align with these changes that are happening, with this shift that is happening, so we can go through it with ease. Yeah, I think ease is the best word that could explain what I wanted to say. We want to go through this process with as much ease as possible. This process is essentially a process of purification, which means that the divine source or divine light is showing us everything that is of a lower frequency, that is not in the frequency of that unconditional love and that wholeness or oneness that we talked about. So we can recognize those lower frequencies and acknowledge them and let them go or release them to the universe. In collective levels, it shows itself, this process shows itself by all the wars that are happening, scandals, all sorts of things that you hear in the news or in the media. But in personal levels also, it shows it itself as things falling apart, like relationships, jobs, health issues. Before eclipse, I was just surrendered and I was feeling content and practicing trust and all that. But after the eclipse, I just feel some sort of heaviness, and the heaviness of things are falling apart, the heaviness of all the things that are happening in the world. And it feels to me that is something is, being born that is not born yet and is in the process of being born. So I feel that I kind of like drag myself to do my work or even make these videos. Not that I have lost my motivation. I still have my own reasons for doing things, my own big why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. So that gives me still some motivation, but I just can't focus and can't get myself to do as much work as I used to do. Things has slowed down like dramatically for me. And I feel that it should be normal because every change takes some getting used to. Probably you feel the same, and some people may not feel this way, but I have seen many that are feeling this heaviness and this is slowing down. I think the main reason for this discomfort, fogginess, and unease that we are feeling, even if we are not personally experiencing chaos in our lives, is the change of frequencies. When frequencies change to something that we are not used to, it takes us some time to get used to these new frequencies and feel in the flow again. This reminds me of the times that when trains change lanes, or especially air trams when they change a station. Have you experienced those? You feel the bump, you get scared, and you this kind of like discomfort. But at the same time, you know that there is nothing wrong with the tram, or you haven't done anything wrong. I said all of that just to explain what is going on energetically, but it seems that nobody exactly knows when this period is going to end. But what is really important in this process is that we maintain our high vibration and stay peaceful despite everything that is happening in our lives or around us. And that actually helps the collective energies to settle into a new stage quicker. Now, the first step in this process to maintain our high vibration is to acknowledge what is going on, acknowledge how we feel about it, honor how we feel about it, and go from our usual self-judgment to self-compassion. If we don't acknowledge what is going on and how we feel, we get into frustration very quickly, especially if the chaos is happening in your personal life. For some, it is going to be easier because they are mostly witnessing what is going on and they are not directly involved in the process. At this stage, you may see some struggle or resistance on your part, and uh, because you have been doing a lot of inner work. Most of us have been doing some inner work for the last 5, 7, or even 10 years, and we don't expect to see the same issues. So when we are being shown those issues, we get confused. We don't know what to do anymore. I was going in that direction, but I caught myself and I realized, oh, that's just another aspect of the same issue, and maybe I don't really need to do anything right now. Maybe I just need to witness it. Maybe I just need to release it to the universe. I also see this tendency in myself and in others to wait for things to change and then we can feel content. Wait for the matrix to collapse and then we can live in heaven. Just waiting for some catastrophic or some positive changes to magically happen and then we can feel content. But we need to practice being in that frequency in order to feel being in that heaven. And we need to maintain our high vibration during this process to be allowed to jump on that wave of change. It is like we have been given the last opportunity to let go of what we need to let go and understand who we are to get on Noah's ship to survive. I think this period of our lives is a pivotal period, and during this period, we need to take a good care of ourselves. We need to honor the way we feel and really go into more self care. Go for nature walks, drink more tea, get a lot more rest, whatever that kind of grounds us and help us stay peaceful and stay neutral during this period. Depending on our level of consciousness, we may perceive this period, universal shift that is happening, as a disrupting event or a welcome change. But think about that this shift, this reset is happening, whether we want it or not. But the emotional turbulence that we feel during this period is not going to last forever. That's for sure. That is temporary if we fully allow it. When we embrace the process and accept the change, this universal shift that is happening, then we open ourselves up to the possibility of experiencing that sense of oneness, that unconditional love that spiritual gurus have been talking about for some time. So take a really good care of yourself, and if you like, you can share how you have been feeling so others wouldn't feel that they are alone in how they are feeling right now. And that's it for me. Until next time.